Well, hello and welcome back to Piddle in the Marsh, which to me today is a bit of a sad occasion because it's 1 week since I lost a good friend of mine, one Paul Coombes, who you may know from model railways. He did quite a few different layouts, from Splottlands, Pengam Bridge, long Dyke Junction, and I think there was one other as well. And unfortunately he passed away, which I'm told from his son was from a clot on the lung, but he died peacefully in his sleep in his chair having his afternoon nap, which he always used to love to do. So as a close friend, I'm going to just do a quick running session with what are basically his favourite locomotives, and one, the 47, which you'll see, Grave Prize Bobby, which I acquired from Paul when he stopped doing the end gauge. I think his favourite though was the Blue Pullman out of all the ones he got. Although the Western Pullman he had did have the sound in as well. Now Paul was a bit of a strange modeller, or unique might be a better word for it, because he used to like to watch the trains run more than anything, and to build the layouts. And trust me, he built some layouts. I actually believe if we took it into scale miles, he probably laid more track than Brunel ever did, and probably ripped up more track than Beeching was responsible for. Now Paul and I used to talk most days, sometimes 2 or 3 times, and sometimes he could whittle on for hours, but it was never boring. I think it's safe to say as well that he kept me sane as well in the last lockdown period, because as most of you will know, I've been suffering and still am suffering with blood cancer, and he kept me sane through that, of course along with Emma and a few other people. But being able to talk trains and do railways, because at the time I was living on my own when I got the blood cancer diagnosis, it was a bit of a shock. Paul had a great love of the steam engines as well, which he didn't really find until later on. More so after he built the Helix and found that he couldn't get one to go up it. And that was it, the Helix he built had to go. So we ended up with the double deck layout that you can still see now on YouTube on his channel, Pengam Bridge. Which ironically he just ripped out the top station and the track and had rebuilt and got it, and I quote, as I want it. How long that would have lasted for, I do not know. Now, I had a few visits over to see Paul at his home, and one I did make a video of his layout there, which I will add into the link in the description below, which is on YouTube, so you can actually see the man as himself, or as I jokingly used to call him, the fat controller. So I'm definitely convinced though from watching his videos and stuff, the recent ones, his two favourite trains were definitely the two Pullmans. And of course the steam engines, which he remembers from being a young lad looking over the wall of Pengam Bridge, so he tells me. But he did have a thing for HSTs. Although he hadn't got one when he died, he kept talking about buying one but never got around to it. His other love was the Western as well. So with sadness, I have to say, rest in peace, Paul, and thank you for being a good friend. And the last loco that you'll see then was Paul's Greyfriars Bobby 47711.